The World this week. Israeli aircraft attacked targets in the Gaza Strip linked to the Islamist Palestinian movement Hamas. Some 350 people were killed. According to the UN, dozens of these were civilians. Israel's government said it intended to force Hamas, which ended a 6-month ceasefire on December 19th, to stop firing rockets at nearby Israeli towns. The UN and governments across the world called for a ceasefire, many of them declaring Israel's actions disproportionate.
Guinea's despotic president, Lansana Conté, died on December 22nd after 24 years in power. His death prompted a coup by army officers led by a hitherto unknown captain, Moussa Camara. The African Union demanded a return to constitutional rule, but Senegal's president supported the new government.
India and Pakistan made an effort to ease tensions that have arisen since November's attack on Mumbai by gunmen. Pakistan's military chief said he wanted peace and security in the region. Officials from both countries said they had discussed recent troop movements amid persistent reports that forces were being deployed along the border.
Belgium's parliamentary speaker, Herman van Rompuy, was asked to form a government after the collapse of the coalition led by Yves Leterme. For now, Belgium will have a caretaker government, as so often in the recent past.
In a countrywide vote of 5 million people, Russians chose Alexander Nevsky, a medieval prince, as the greatest Russian of all time, only a little ahead of Joseph Stalin, the frontrunner in early polling.
David Axelrod, Barack Obama's chief political advisor, defended his boss's decision to ask Rick Warren to deliver the opening prayer at the presidential inauguration on January 20th. The invitation to Mr. Warren, a popular evangelical preacher from Southern California and fervent opponent of gay marriage and abortion, has brought howls of protest from liberal groups. General Motors and Chrysler were granted up to $13.4 billion in federal loans in a bailout made public by George Bush on December 19th.
If we were to allow the free market to take its course now, it would almost certainly lead to disorderly bankruptcy and liquidation for the automakers.
The White House announced the package after an effort to craft a rescue failed in Congress. The money will come, with conditions attached, from specific funds set aside for the car industry under the auspices of the Treasury's Troubled Asset Relief Program, which was originally set up in October to rescue banks. An additional $4 billion will be made available when Congress agrees to release more cash to the program. This week, GMAC, GM's car financing arm, received a $6 billion bailout.